This is Swinegate Court East here. This is a hidden gem. Now, it used to be far more hidden because it didn't used to be so large, but this is Lucia's. Now, it is probably one of the biggest Italian restaurants in York. They do a fantastic Sunday roast, but they also do a lunch. And we're just in time to catch the lunch. So, let's roll the music. Well, hello there! Welcome back to Nikki's Nosh. And today we're going to a place I've been wanting to come to for 15 years. Yeah, Lucia's. Now this is York's hidden gem. It's tucked behind all of these buildings, and it's just off Swinegate. Now it's like an L shape, right? Now I buzz in very quickly. The lunch menu finishes at 5:15, and it's almost 5:15. So let's get going. So come on. Hello. Have you got a table for one, please?
Yeah,
that's lovely. Sorry?
Do you have any allergies?
No allergies at all, except I love food too much.
Please follow me this way and take your...
Thank you.
Have you been before?
No, I haven't. I have wanted to come here for 15 years.
I would have you here.
You know, so that's lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, here she is drabbiting away, but she left the microphone attached to her coat, so we can't hear a word of what she's saying, but broadly what Nikki is saying is she's been wanting to come to Lucia's for 15 years. Why 15 years? Well, she opened the B&B and some of her guests came to Lucia's, and then she recommended that people come to Lucia's, and of course she never made it because she was busy running the B&B and was always tied to the bed and breakfast. Anyway, she seems to be enjoying herself and seems very excited. So let's get on with... Oh, there she's holding on to the menu. Right now, Nikki's pointing out, of course, that Lucia's is in the courtyard, but also now it's got buildings on either side. So I'm inside an area where it's warm, and there are other places where they have heaters and what have you. So they actually completely dominate the courtyard, which is called Swinegate Court. Right, so now she decides to place her order when the waiter comes round to take her order. And the first thing that comes onto her mind is she wants some beer. And they offer her some Lucia's lager. It's actually made in Leeds at the Kirkstall Brewery. And they call it Lucia's lager, which is made to a German recipe. So she's looked at the menu and she's opted to go for the 3-course meal, which is £25. She chose the starter, which is crispy pork belly, creamy cannellini bean puree, smoked pancetta and tomato and nduja sauce. That was the starter. Then she went on to the mains. Now this predated our visit to the Bluefin. She opted for the fillet of sea bass, pan-fried sea bass on a bed of saffron risotto with petit pois, rocket and parmesan salad, and decided as well to have a side, roasted baby potatoes with garlic and wilted spinach. That was adding £5.50 to the bill. For dessert, she was recommended to go for the biscotti cheesecake with Biscoff sauce. Let's get down to the detail where we see the food. So here's the starter, crispy pork belly, and it was crisp, but it was also absolutely beautiful to cut through. And the sauces, there were 2 sauces there, and they were completely and utterly delicious. They really blew me out, to be frank. And you can see here how easily it was falling apart. And each one of the flavours was incredibly subtle. Unfortunately, I still hadn't realised that the microphone was still pinned to my coat, so hence why I'm giving you this commentary. But I really enjoyed this starter. I was recommended it, and it was completely beautiful. Almost orgasmic, in a digital sense of the word. Yep, you can see where I'm shaking my knives and fork, that I must be enjoying it a great deal. Look how it falls apart. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it was full of flavour. All the greenery as well added to it. Really was lovely. Look, there you are, you can see it there. A mouthful that was completely and utterly savoured. You can't beat it. Really was an excellent starter, and I would eat it again. It was superbly well made. It features in another one of their set menus as well. So it obviously is something that they are particularly good at doing. And everything was just right. The smoked pancetta and everything. Beautiful, completely and utterly beautiful. So let's tuck in to the main course. Very impressed with the fact that we've got cloth napkins as well. Really beautiful. Look at that dinner. That looks really, really good. Can you imagine I would have enjoyed this? There we go. Let's have a look at this. This is it's a portion for one. It'd easily be a portion for two. It smelled absolutely gorgeous. There was a garlic in there, and those wilted spinach. That just really added something. They had the taste of baby potatoes, but also that roast as well. So they're lovely and crisp on the outside, and really, really tasty inside. Needless to say, I couldn't eat all of these, but they were delicious. Completely and utterly delicious potatoes. I could have managed without them, really, to be honest, but I'm glad I got them, because I had only ate half of them, and I was able to take the others home. Now then, that sea bass. I can taste it even now. Beautifully pan-fried with garlic and butter. Delicious. Completely and utterly delicious. A little bit of the risotto now. Yep. Great. Absolutely great. You can tell here. This part of the meal is really getting to me. The subtlety of all the different flavours is making me feel very sentimental. Yum, yum, yum. Now I can't put the same level of excitement here now, obviously looking at it during the edit, but my oh my, I really did enjoy this. And it just fell apart. Look at that sea bass falling apart. It was perfectly cooked. Absolutely perfectly cooked. Look at that there. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Yum, yum, yum. And it is something you have to savour. It's got a sort of taste of the ocean, and the skin that was on it was crisp and it was salty. Everything just came together amazingly. And of course you can't beat rockets. Another potato. I'm putting on weight, because all of this lovely food, I daren't leave it because I can't afford to. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, you're really enjoying this, Nikki, aren't you? You can see. Don't know what she's looking there. She's happy about everything else. She's commenting, I think, about the wilted spinach. Now, never used to like spinach, but this wilted spinach had a flavour to it as well. My mother used to cook spinach, and she would cook it to hell. It was awful, it was mush. But for some reason they managed to get this wilted spinach to taste completely utterly delicious. And it was really nice the next day, cold. It was beautiful. Went well with the fish as well. Yep. Absolutely perfect. And you think, well, it's quite a lighty meal really, but it isn't. It was quite very, very filling and full of flavour. All the different flavours just went together. It's very rare that happens. And look, who's that? What's she smiling about? No, the service staff came around to ask how everything was. They were very, very attentive. They explained a little bit more about Lucia's and how they started. Apparently they started about 16 years ago. So just before I started my B&B, and they were growing. And my guests kept going to Lucia's at a time when you couldn't book. You just had to just turn up. They were small, you see. They couldn't afford to have people booking, so you just sort of turned up. And all the guests liked it, so I thought I'd better recommend it, which is what I did do. And lo and behold, it grew and it grew and grew. TripAdvisor reviews are a little bit strange, actually. There's a mixture of them, but I think every time you look in TripAdvisor, you see different people's perspectives, and you can't please everybody all the time. Now, I don't think I had a particularly different meal to what anybody else would have if they weren't filming. But so I think I've had a meal that was representative of what you might get if you went to Lucia's. I can only say that all my guests enjoyed it, and so they are. I'm really enjoying this. Of course, I'm chomping through all those potatoes, but I think I like those. I'd like to try doing that at home as well, to be honest. I think it'd be quite interesting. Well, I think if I was going to give the main meal, if I gave, let's just say 5 out of 5 for the starter, I'd definitely be giving the main meal 5 out of 5 as well. Yeah, digital orgasm again. Look at the flavours. Look at those flavours. I think I can't read lips, but I think it's just the subtlety of it all. It became quite overpowering eventually, to the point where I actually did start crying. I was lucky, I could afford to spend £40, but not everybody can, and therefore I'm mindful that I should eat everything, and at the same time respect everybody else who can't. Yeah, so there we are. I don't talk a lot. I think I should do commentaries a little bit more often. Well, there you are. That's it. I'm perfectly happy. So there you are. Let's just leave that for the moment and see where we get to. The microphone is here. Right, so I've discovered that the microphone has been in my coat all this time. So I've been talking to the camera. Now the camera's microphone is going to pick up a lot. But I have now got almost to the end of this Now, what am I going to say to this? This is another 5 out of 5. It's made locally. Not made here, but made locally. And then they've added their other bits and pieces to it. Obviously the Biscoff. The Biscoff sauce is Biscoff sauce. Biscoff being a trademark. Right. Let's summarise what we had. With the benefit of a microphone now. Hopefully listening a little bit more attentively to me. Right. We had the crispy pork belly, creamy cannellini bean puree, smoked pancetta, tomato and induja sauce. Perfect. A series of different combinations of flavours went together perfectly. The crispy pork belly had been cooked to perfection. The way all those flavours came together, second to none. Perfect. The main fillet of sea bass, pan-fried sea bass on a bed of saffron risotto with petit pois, rocket and parmesan salad. Perfect. The sea bass, the flavours, the skin was crisp, salty. The white meat of the sea bass, full of the ocean. It was the saffron risotto, perfect, creamy, full of flavour. Petit pois added another kick to it, and of course I had the roasted baby potatoes with garlic and wilted spinach as a side. And that was out of this world. There was too much for me, and in fact I've got the rest of it in this box. I'm going to be having that for my tea tomorrow. And then we followed it down with the biscotti cheesecake. Now this is the lunch menu. I've gone to the a la carte menu. I'll put a link to in the PDF, a PDF link in the description below. I've looked at it and it is to die for. I mean, you would be spoilt for choice. Anything you get from the cheese is going to be perfect. On the strength of this lunch menu, if I have the chance to come back, will I come back? Yeah, I will. You could bring 10 people here and have a great meal. You could bring just 2 people. You could have a romantic evening, or you could have a great evening with a bunch of mates. It is just right now. They've been going for 16 years. They know what works. They started off small and they built up and built up and built up. They deserve their success, and they've now got a place in Beverley, which is just outside Hull. Maybe you should try the Beverley one as well. I cannot fault this place. Service is incredible. The staff clearly enjoy working here. They're all properly trained. They're all properly equipped. Everything is professional. The atmosphere is to die for. The music is beautiful. I could sit here probably for another 2 hours, but they're not gonna let me, because I've got half my beer, so we'll drink that. I felt poorly when I came out. I didn't think I had the energy to eat a good meal like this, and as you saw, I cried. The flavours were enough to make you want to cry because they were so beautiful. Everything about this place is beautiful. Right, so I've had the bill, and I'll put the bill up, but it was £40.70, including a 10% service charge, well deserved. So the actual bill was £37. The pint of Lucia lager, which was really nice, £6.50. The 2-course lunch, 25 quid. And the garlic potatoes with spinach, £5.50. All money well spent. 37 quid for the quality of that meal. 37 quid is a good price, and it really deserves £3.70 discretionary. If I get monetised, I'm coming back here. I don't know how I do this, but I'm going to give it a 10 and a plus next to it, because this is my restaurant. This is the place I want to come. If I had to have my last meal, this is where I would come. If they said, Nikki, the firing squad is coming for you tomorrow, choose a restaurant, I'd choose this one. So I'm going to give it a 10 plus, and therefore we should be happy, shouldn't we? That's it. If you want to see me eat as well as this, you're going to have to help me. You're going to have to subscribe, right? Because I need to be monetized to be able to afford this sort of good meal. So please subscribe. I know a lot of you watch my videos and you don't subscribe. I'm just begging you now. We're at the point where I've got to about 750 subscribers. I need 250 more. I need to get to 1,000. I've got the watch hours. We've got a really good community. We've got a lot of people who really enjoy these videos, and I enjoy doing them. And I want to carry on doing that. But I'm a pensioner, right? So, the whole thing is I have to do it out of my pension, out of my state pension. It isn't a lot. It's 11 grand a year. So, effectively, I need your help, and your help will be to subscribe. If I get the 1,000 subscriptions, I don't have to worry about the subscriptions ever again. I can concentrate on something else, because I know full well that there are the restaurants in York which I can visit, which you will enjoy watching, and you will enjoy sharing those meals with me. So, please subscribe, please like, because if you like, YouTube says, oh, that's a good video, and they'll recommend it to other people. And comment. Share the video with your friends and say, look at this place in York, it's hidden. It's in a hidden place. Another one of York's hidden gems. But you won't be disappointed if you come to York as a tourist. This is a tourist place, but it's not a tourist place. This is where the locals come as well. You will not be disappointed. So, that's me done. Remember, like, subscribe, comment and share. So until the next time, from me, Nikki at Nikki's Nosh, cheers my dears.
Help Nikki's Nosh to grow. Subscribe and ring that bell to know what's coming next, so don't delay. Like, comment and share, let's do it today.